Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry, Wildrift Doctor is late. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I should stop promising Wildrift Doctor in a certain time frame because I never ever get around to doing it. I was actually trying to record this for the last 2 days during the day because I was trying to find some downtime during my job, like at lunchtime or something. But I just unfortunately ended up being way too busy and never got the time to do it. So I'm going to do it now. This is Wildrift Doctor. This was submitted by Danky-chan. Great name, by the way. And it's Darius game. He said it's going to be a pretty interesting one. So I haven't watched it yet, so I'm going to watch it back now. Obviously, thanks to G2A for sponsoring the channel. There is a reference link in the description below. I've made like no videos this month, so hopefully G2A don't notice. Thanks, G2A. Right, let's get into the video. I'm going to use my handy pen as well. So, compositionally, we have a Darius, Twisted Fate, an Evelyn, and a Blitzcrank Ashe. Now, Blitzcrank Ashe is okay, like decent synergy, especially if you can actually make a pull. Because you can obviously keep the person slowed, and you can apply a lot of consistent damage here. They've grouped up mid, it looks like. Versus a Z top. Okay, so versus a Z top, that's actually not a like easy matchup for a Darius. The reason it's not that easy is because Zed can just farm from range, and so therefore it's a little bit more difficult for Darius to actually make use of his really strong melee to melee trading power. So one thing, as you can hear, I'm actually quite ill at the moment. One of the things that this Darius is really good at is being strong into melee matchups, and you can see that this Zed knows that. He's not going to step up to the wave. He wants the wave to push towards him. And this actually puts Darius in a pretty awkward spot because, like, Danky is going to have to push this wave now. He wants the last hit. The Zed is not that bothered about missing a couple of minions. And now Danky's got the wave in a situation where it's not actually going to push back towards him easily. So he's going to have to overextend. And versus a Lee Sin, that can be a little risky. Looks like his bot lane actually picked up a kill with the Blitzcrank here. And again, this is exactly what Zed wanted. Darius is overextended here. Danky-chan forced to flash, but Lee Sin's going to try and get on top of him. I think Lee Sin held on to his skills way too long there. But that's the problem with the wave. You know, Zed just essentially, you can do that in Baron and you can let that first wave push towards you. Try and last hit as much as physically possible. And then essentially you'll be stuck at the enemy tower, so the enemy jungler can gank you. So that Zed played it the best he could. Now it looks like they've switched lanes here. So it looks like we've sent the Twisted Fate to the Z lane. I'm not really sure why this change took place. Twisted Fate is pretty bad into both Zed and Ahri. But my guess is that he was having a really, really bad time versus Ahri. And so therefore decided that he wanted to switch lanes because he couldn't play into the Ahri. So he switched lanes because he couldn't play into the Ahri. But as soon as Zed is now level 5, that makes Twisted Fate very vulnerable. Like, that's a really vulnerable Twisted Fate to ganks. He's in the long lane as well. He can't really do much with his ultimate. You just see that he got engaged on by the Zed. Basically almost died there. Has to be so careful. Bit of a yikes from the Evelyn. She did just hit her ultimate. I'm going to get kicked back. Just unfortunate level up timing. Yeah, Evelyn... I'm going to go back and look at that. Was the Ahri level 5 when Evelyn was setting up that gank? Yeah. Oh no, she's level 4 and now she just hits level 5. Yeah, that was just really bad timing on the gank from Evelyn. Like the Ahri at level 5 is like almost impossible to gank. So it's wasting your time as a jungler when Ahri has her ultimate up is usually just a complete no-no. So I don't really like this swap that we've just seen, by the way. I'm not a big fan of the swap that we've just seen between these two lanes because Twisted Fate wants to use his ultimate realistically and then go to this lane or go to that lane from the mid. That's what makes Twisted Fate good. He's good at going to other lanes from middle. And Darius likes the long lane because he wants that time to get on the tower. He wants that time to find longer melee trades. This basically makes the matchups almost worse for everybody and makes the game state worse for everybody. So I'm not really sure why this sort of swap came through, apart from the fact that Twisted Fate just said, I'm not playing versus Ahri anymore. But it's made the game state much harder now to win. All right, I like this. He's clearly seen there's like a bit of chaos going on the top side of the map here. This would be a good opportunity to get in and start finding some dunks. Gets there a little too late, but it doesn't really matter. It's the fact that he turned up that's the most important thing. He didn't really lose much for that roam. And so that's a double kill for his bot side of the map, even though they lose the Ash. And just the fact that he was able to quickly notice that and move out of lane just shows you that he's got one of those really important skills of just being able to look at the map and consistently monitor the game state. It's one of the things that's really important to climbing in solo queue. Just being able to consistently monitor that was a good flash by Ari, actually. Good escape attempt, but couldn't get out. That was actually a good flash by Ari. Flashed over the minion wave to land the charm. See, she has burnt. Yeah, that Ari just stayed way too long here. A little bit of a miss from the Blitzcrank. If he'd hooked the Lee Sin there, I think we could have looked at a double straight into the dragon. So I think, in terms of that death, like, we just saw them put the Scryer's Bloom over here. So we saw the Scryer's Bloom glow out with it. We had no vision apart from here. I think maybe just be a little bit more conscious that you know that the Lee Sin and the Ari were in lane. They probably roamed over to help with the... Ooh. I hate it when Twisted Fates come in and they don't have the card locked. Oof. I mean, I feel bad for Danky there because realistically he was baited into that play, and that play would have gone 10 times better if they had the gold card locked from the Twisted Fate when he came in. If Twisted Fate came in with the gold card in his back pocket, like, that could have been a very easy setup for some dunks. Like I think Danky could have built stacks, and we could have seen, you know, a big setup for some dunks. Twisted Fate does get, almost gets Ari, and oh, that was a bit awkward. Yeah, that might have been able to let Danky start, like, chain dunking, because we were like one basic attack away from having hands in dunk range, I think. So just a little bit of a misplay from Twisted Fate, but it looks like the bot side of the map's going really well. It's just mid and top that is not. But we lose first tower of the game. Didn't need to drop the Herald there, so that's a wasted Herald. That's actually a good thing for Danky Chan's team, because obviously whenever you're using Herald, you need to be like making a decision. Are we going to get this? Are we going to get this tower without the use of Herald? Or are we going to get this tower? Or do we need Herald to get this tower? Nice pull from Danky there. Really nice pull. Get the dunk. Yeah, we go. Finally, we are on the board. Get the shutdown. It was a really nice pull into just little setup, and that sets up a lot of gold for Danky Chan because he got a shutdown. So he got the shutdown on the Lee, so that should be putting him into a spot where he's, you know, picking up items. Now he's gone for Merc Treads here. I think there's like a 50-50 on this. Like, yes, you're into a Seraphine Ari, so there's obviously Charm and the ultimate, so you do have to be a little concerned about that. I think that probably on the balance of everything is the right decision for the Darius. Mainly because if you get a look, yeah, there you go. Probably saved his life there, realistically. Stand in front of him, Eve. Stand in front of him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think on the balance of everything, it probably is the right decision. Like, Zed's very unlikely to be ulting you, so you don't have to worry too much about that. I think for the Darius, being rooted or charmed or ulted by Seraphine is probably more impactful. So I think the Merc Treads is a better decision here. The problem is that I just think Ninja Tabe are really strong boots. So yeah, we have an enemy killed here. That's the Seraphine ultimate. Nice little dodge at the end there. We're going to see him run in. Oh no, you had one job. I think he's going to be able to do it off. I think he's going to be able to do it anyway. Under tower. Nice. Get the heal. I think you die. You don't die. Yeah, you do die. Okay, you die anyway, but you get the double kill, which is more important. However, the rest of your team died. So it doesn't look good for Danky Chan's team right now. They're 5k gold down. Mid and bot tower have dropped. However, they do have a dragon in their favor, and the next dragon isn't spawning within the next minute, so they have a bit of time to recoup and sort of reset. So in this sort of situation as a team, what do you do? That's a difficult question to answer because you're behind in team fights, really far behind in team fights right now. But I think because you have a Blitzcrank, you're going to want to look to make pulls. You're going to want to look to make picks and try and find individual pickoffs that give you a man advantage around neutral objectives. Like right here, we've just killed the Lee Sin, but it was very difficult to do anything with it because we can't push these minion waves as easily as we would like. So yeah, not much we can do off the back of that Lee Sin pick, but the dragon is up in about 50 seconds. So if we can kill off a couple of the other members of the team, like their team is split right now. So like you just want to try and find individual pickoffs where you can. That is going to be Danky-chan getting ulted, and he's dead. Yeah, unfortunately the Zed's had so much time in the side lane, and he's got a lot of gold. He's just able to jump in on anyone. That's why, you know, there is a debate in this game whether Ninja Tabai or Merc Treads are better. I still think Merc Treads probably are better, but I just think Ninja Tabai are the better boots, you know. However, their team is not really committing to the dragon right now. So, like, if we're able to catch them out, it is a GA on Lee Sin, which is a bit unfortunate. Looks like they're moving across the map. Just I like that Danky-chan's just keeping eyes on where everybody is, just for the sake of the video. They are gearing up for this. Oh no, that's nice. That's nice. That right there is that right there was Merc Treads in action. That Merc Treads actually kept Danky-chan alive. Now you can see Zed's waiting in the sidelines, waiting to pick someone off here. Oh, that was an interesting flash. I like the that was nice. Oh my gosh, he outplayed. I think he flashed to get him. I'm assuming he flashed to get him in between the two towers, which meant that he was more likely to get hit by both the towers in that little engage, which is really nice, actually. That's good. Is he going to follow up on it? He is, but we have Evelyn on the backline. Great flash by the Twisted Fate, by the way, and Evelyn jumps in. Has she got ult? Has she got ult? No, she's got flash. But there is no mana on the Ahri, and here comes Danky-chan. Oh, baby. Should be able to get Dragon off this as well. Come on, Danky-chan. There we go. Double kill. So really nice outplay on the tower on the Zed, and then just comes in at the right time. Somehow the team managed in the 4v4. I think Zed's probably the strongest player on the enemy team, so therefore taking him out of the fight meant it was much easier for the team. Zed's jumped into the pit here. He already has ult left. Nice little play by Twisted Fate, actually. That was a really nice play by Twisted Fate. Oh, they got it with a basic attack. That's insane. Yeah, at this point you basically just run for it. Zed's Jin's trying to take him out. I think Jin might have killed himself here. Nope, Jin's going to get out. Jin's a speedy boy. And looks like Ashe and Blitzcrank have killed themselves, which is a little bit unfortunate because Baron's up. So you have to be a little careful now because Baron is obviously on the cards. Looks like Blitzcrank's a little too tanky to go down, but you can see that the team is thinking about Baron right now, which you need to just be prepared to like jump over there. But I've got to say, Danky-chan, despite having a bit of a rough early game, and honestly, I don't really think it's massively his fault. End of the day, he was put into an Ahri matchup in the laning phase for some reason, and that's a terrible matchup for Darius. Like, if you get charmed into an Ahri Lee Sin, you're just dead as a melee. So he was kind of forced into a bad matchup early on. Not really sure why they did it, but he's made some like good plays and bad plays. Like, I think realistically, there's been some situations where he's been overextended and has been, has died for no apparent reason. I think there's been a severe lack of vision in their own jungle for blue team this time around, which has meant that it's been much easier for the Zed and the Ahri to find picks. I think he's made some good itemization decision based on what I've just seen him pick up. That was a really nice play by the Ashe, by the way. Great little dunk. Made sure he uses the dunk. So now he's just looking to try and get on someone to use that reset because he still has that. Oh no, maybe the dunk didn't kill him because he hasn't got the dunk available. So I have to wait a little bit longer. Good. That was a good pull by Blitzcrank. Great silence as well. That was a huge play by the Blitzcrank. Really nice kick. But I think right now we are just a little bit too far out of this team fight, and that's an unstoppable for Danky-chan, just like off the back of a couple of shutdowns. He got the shutdown on the Lee Sin, he made the outplay on the Zed under the tower, and then joined the fight around the dragon to get the double kill. Suddenly way back in this game, and we're only 3,000 gold down now. I like this Baron call. The only problem that you're going to have is that there is a Lee Sin still alive, but he's being kept busy by the Twisted Fate. Doesn't look like Lee Sin's going for... Nice, that's great ward. Great ward, by the way. Great ward, and I like that flash. Even if you can't catch the Lee Sin here, the point is to try and... Zed's just going to clean the entire team up, it looks like. Okay. Lee Sin. This is going to be awkward if Lee Sin just jumps into the pit. He doesn't. Somehow, Lee Sin didn't get that with Smite. That looked like it was the freest Baron in the world for Lee Sin, and he didn't get it. However, really nice secure. You can't fault it when it goes right. So I would say very risky. I think had they had knowledge of where Zed was, Like, the flash over the wall from Danky-chan probably wasn't necessary. I liked it just given the fact that it, you know, essentially the flash over the wall forced the Lee Sin away from the pit, but the Zed kind of made everything very awkward to place. So, you know, I think the Zed did a good job of trying to stop that Baron. I think Danky-chan had the right idea, pending that he had no idea where Zed was in that fight. But if you knew that Zed was trying to attack the Baron, I probably would have just waited over the pit for the Lee Sin. Nice little dodge on the Seraphine ultimate, straight into an Ash Arrow, into the Blitzcrank pull. Double kill for Danky-chan, starting to pop off now. And the Jin ultimate to buy some time under this tower, but I think it's not going to buy that much time. That the Blitzcrank's doing a really good job of just stopping now. I thought that would happen. They're just waiting for him to come back to his original location, which he will not. I did think that was going to happen. I thought there was... Okay, where's Danky-chan going now? He's still walking top. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. I would have been a little concerned that my team was going to get cleaned up there. But Danky-chan's decided that he's got a wave top. Wants to take out this top lane tier 1. Pretty good. I think the biggest thing that... I mean, obviously he's Danky-chan's very good at Darius. Like, I can see that he's a good Darius player. He needs to go back here. I do like that he's using the map a lot. This is something that I see, like... Oh, this is in replay, obviously. This is not a live game. But, you know, if he's using the map as much as he does in the replay as he does in the live game, then, you know, that's one of the skills that's really important to sort of climbing in Wild Rift. It's just constantly monitoring the map. Does dodge out from the Seraphine out there. Seraphine tried to ultimate the tower. He's got some great micro dodges, actually, Danky-chan. Probably would try and take this red buff, if I'm honest with you. I think he's going for the dragon, but the red buff was just free, so I probably would have just taken the red buff. In fact, he's not even going for the dragon or the red buff. Yeah, I feel like there's some missed opportunity to deny some resources from the enemy here. Like, actually a lot of missed opportunity to deny some resources. There was a free red buff there that would have taken you like 2 seconds to get. Clear some camps, maybe set up for dragon. I guess he went back for the GA, which is important. Yeah, but apart from the early game, like, if you go back and look at the early game, there were definitely some sort of like weird out of position situations for Danky-chan. Also, I don't think he massively respected where people were on the map in the early game, but he was also in a really terrible matchup. So it's very difficult to like completely fault him, because end of the day, he was forced into a matchup versus the Ahri, which is very difficult for a Darius. Looks like Twisted Fate gets caught out here. A lot of damage, but he dies. I like that he's just zoning away. Like, this is good. He's probably a little bit too tanky for the Zed to kill now. Yeah, nice flash into Proto Belt. That should kill him with the Darius passive. And we're going to secure the dragon. Going to wait for a pull from the Blitzcrank, but he hasn't got it. All right, so that was nice. I like the zoning. Zed's very difficult to kill the Zed at this point in time. Nice. That's actually, oh, great. That's actually a really good Seraphine ultimate, but a great stasis from the Evelyn as well. That Seraphine ultimate was super nice, but unfortunately the team was just not there to follow up on it. They don't really have a good team to follow up on a Seraphine ultimate, to be honest with you. Like, both Ahri and Zed are quite single target focused. They have limited, like, AoE capabilities. So, like, they're both not in a good position to get massive damage off on a Seraphine ultimate. Like, the types of characters, the types of champions that are good to get damage off on Seraphine ultimates are things like the, you know, like the Orianna, for instance. Great pull. It was an attempted stop there. Nice flash gold card. That should finish him off. Enemy is slain. All right, we're in a good spot. Pull over the wall. Looking for a pull over the wall there. We couldn't find it. Okay, so Zed's going all in on a Blitzcrank. Does actually get the kill. But unfortunately, the team just not in a position to follow up. I love that we're just keeping here with the Baron minions, though. Yeah, okay. He's seen the wave top. I think it's a sensible decision given how easy that, or close that to going down that tower is. Looks like Growly got away with it using stasis. You can now rotate mid if you want. You really want to wait for your bot lane to push that tower in, but because obviously the first point of defense is going to be this mid lane. Think that we should be able to get away with it if we're Danky-chan, though. Just stay there with the minions. Stay there with that cannon minion, because that'll get you the tower for free. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got 2 inhibitor towers. You're going back at this point. Looks like they're going to take out the Zed. Oh, stretching. Sorry, guys. Looks like they're going to take out the Zed. So I think at this point, like, I think this is the kind of game that I like to review, even if it's a replay. I do prefer live analysis, but this is the game that I like to review because it was a game where things went bad. Look, this is the build. This is a good build. This is the first time I've seen the build, by the way. Triforce, Sterak's, pretty standard. GA, and then Deadman's Plate, which I guess is just to give some armor and some more engaged potential. Like that, you just use Deadman's Plate to run at the Jhin. Nice kick from the Lee Sin. If okay, we won't talk about where that proto belt went, if I'm honest with you. We won't talk about it. Legendary comes out, but this is a game where Danky-chan started at like 0-3 or 0-4. Like he got really hard shut down in the early game, but he was just waiting for opportunities in team fights, made use of some little outplays into tower, tried to pick off people at the end of team fights as well, ensured that he was kind of funneling the gold into himself. This is just a really good game by Danky-chan. Like I think he's a little bit too tanky for the Zed to be able to kill. So, especially with the Sterak's, not much you can do here. That's the last inhibitor tower, and that should be the game. So, I think it was a good game by Danky-chan. I think, you know, these are the games I like to review. Like I'm just going to pause it here because can have a look at the damage actually again. Let's have a look at the damage again. He did. How much damage did he do? Where the hell is the damage? Oh, never mind. He did 17,000, but it's a Darius. You know, it's hard. Okay, build wise, pretty solid build. I like the build. I think Proto Belt on Darius is absolute must. It just gives you that ability to sort of a Proto Belt pull, which can often set up the kills. I think this is a pretty solid build. Not everybody goes Deadman's Plate, but like Triforce, Sterak's, GA is pretty standard. Then people do like to go Death Dance for a more aggressive Darius build. I think with Deadman's Plate, it's just nice to have that extra engage potential. So if you're looking for a Darius build, this is a solid one. I think at the end of the day, Danky-chan had a really rough early game. Like he was put into a bad matchup. Lee Sin did a good job of shutting him down, but he didn't tilt. He didn't try and just run it in team fights over and over again. He was played safe, which I think was really good. I don't know if you noticed, a lot of times he went back when he was on low HP, or he just knew that there was going to be a threat. Like when that Zed was trying to kill him between those two towers, he kind of knew the Zed was there. He kind of knew that Zed could have killed him, and so he was always ready to kind of make that outplay. So he's very map aware as well. Something I noticed, that he was quite map aware most of the time. Like he was very good at looking where minion waves were. So you saw when he had Baron and towards the top lane, he was playing around having big minion waves stacked. He was trying to respond to as much on the map as physically possible. He had some good moves around neutral objectives. Like actually, this is a really good comeback game. I think just needs to be more aware of early jungler positioning. Needs to be a little bit more willing to put early vision down, especially to protect his lane. Like he was very, very lax on terms of vision that protects his lane. So early vision, more aware of early junglers, and just be very conscious about early jungle pathing. Like he got almost caught out in lane level 3 when he was in Baron lane. He got caught out in the mid lane a couple of times. So just early game seems to be where Danky-chan just needs to keep his head in the game a bit more. But when it came to late game, responding to map, looking at minion waves, playing his role in team fights, I think he did a really good job. So I think this is a great game, and I think I'd love to see more games like this on Wild Rift Doctor. Cool. Feel free. I'm going to start working through some more on the channel, but if you have any new games, please submit them. I'm not going to promise when I get them out, but I will do them. I might not get your game, but just keep submitting, and I'll eventually pick one up. But yeah, thank you very much for submitting, guys. I know you guys submit a lot to the channel, and I haven't actually covered as many as I'd like to. I'm going to be honest with you. I've had like over 100 submissions. I'm never going to get through them all, but I'll just pick the ones that I like, and I'll do them. And if I like your game, I'll pick it, and I'll do it. I'll see you soon.